involved in food and hospitality, and of
Video?
course, music.
The tastiest show on 100.4 FM.
Smart. Proudly brought to you by Salt on the Waterfront.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Taranaki Foodies, the tastiest food show on 100.4 FM. Proudly sponsored by Salt Restaurant of Millennium Hotels. It's us, Alina Williams and Warwick Hoy, in the studio with the red walls. We are so happy to have an amazing, light-hearted, smiley person in the studio. Her name is Gabrielle Johnson, and she's the coordinator for Taranaki Community Education. Hello, Gabrielle.
Hello, nice to be here.
Well, your playlist just oozes happiness, chill, and I don't know, good vibes. Let's listen to your first song together. Lilacs? Oh no, Easy Does It by Marlon Williams. So what other music do you like except the one that you brought in today?
I think mostly like my playlist would probably be like alternative indie rock kind
Oh
of.
my gosh, this is what you're famous
Yeah,
for.
but I mean I do branch out a little bit, but that's probably the majority of what I listen to.
Yeah. And I mean, we are so strong in Taranaki with the indie music because there are so many musicians, there are many styles, and
Yeah.
sometimes you don't know how to describe the style and you say indie. And
Yeah, I know it's a very
broad.
like, I'm always like, what does that mean? But yeah. But
Or
like I said, I'm
alternative.
being more into like country inspired music at the moment. I say country inspired lightly because I don't listen to country music, but you know, like Marlon Williams and stuff has got like that little twinge of
Yes.
I like Waxahachie.
the
I
yeah.
played that album on one of my shows.
Oh, yeah, I see. I've been thrashing. But yeah,
That's
that's,
really
I think I
sweet
go
and romantic.
through patches of
Yeah.
but it seems to be what I'm listening to the most at the moment. It's always got that little kind of country twang to it.
Yes.
Bluegrass kind of.
I remember we had this show where everyone except me had this cowboy hat. I don't know, maybe also cowboy shoes, which were not that noticeable under the but it was the guy who was from America. It was a beer maker, wasn't it?
Dallas.
Yes, yes. That's such a star.
Dallas from America.
Yeah. Dallas
It's
from
gone back,
America.
it's gone back there, you know.
Ah, gosh. Well, we need to have him again because, I mean, we have questions to him about
Yes.
brewing.
He's disappeared. He's disappeared, you know.
Who's that?
Dallas, he's just dropped out of the
I just noticed that they stopped advertising because they advertised a lot and I saw all the advertising efforts because I'm subscribed to him. And one of the things that I bought for my husband as a present is the brewing kit. And we did 2 consecutive years of brewing. And we did too much to our own consumption. But Dallas was amazing. He just turned up to our house and helped us. It was really amazing. It's only in New Zealand, only in Taranaki. Possible, something like that.
I think he was a trapper.
Oh no!
I could
We
just
we decided that we are not a political show. We're still recording Warwick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not, it's my suspicion.
It's just hard. Oh man,
And
that
when-
just says so much about a person. It's
Yeah.
like,
I know he really struggled with the Labour government mandates, and he was said he couldn't get vaxxed because he had a heart condition, but just still kind of added up. And now he's just vanished.
wow. Maybe he's in a bunker.
Maybe he's in a bunker. We discussed bunkers before you came, Warwick.
Yeah.
We didn't tell you about
Tuning
bunkers
swimming
because we
pools
thought
and
that you'd be
bunkers.
so interested and wanted one at your backyard.
To save on water bills.
Welcome back to Taranaki Foodies, the tastiest food show on 100.4 FM. It's us, Alina Williams and Warwick Foy, in the studio of the Most FM. And we're having an amazing person here, the person who likes indie rock, a little bit of country, and also sweet, relaxing musical vibes that she brought in to the studio today. Gabrielle Johnson, the coordinator of Taranaki Community Education. Wow, you are doing such a good thing for our community, and not a lot of people know your face. How does that happen? You're not kind of a you're advertising classes, you're advertising what your organization does, but you do not really tell who is behind it. We know all your chairperson, Kerry Elvin, who has been in entertainment and a lot of other things. But tell us, where did this passion for the community education come from?
Well, I've been with Taranaki Community Education for about 5 years now.
Okay.
Really, it just started from me answering an ad in Seek. But it's grown into something so much more than that. So yeah, we've definitely grown a lot over the last 5 years. It's really exciting to me to work on projects and see, you know, new tutors coming through and courses and seeing feedback from people who are attending these courses. It just like really gives me the drive to keep, you know, trying to find new tutors, new courses in our community. Yeah, being able to offer courses for free when we have funding, giving people more opportunities to attend these courses. That's kind of what we're all about. So yeah.
I remember before I had children, so 25 years ago, there was a plethora of night classes run by schools and they were government funded.
Yeah.
When did that end and how does it work now?
I don't know really. I mean, I know I lived in Auckland previous to moving back here, and I know that in some of the bigger cities it's something that's a lot more accessible. And I think moving back to New Plymouth and seeing that there was a bit of a need for it, it's really cool that we're sort of starting to catch up with some of the other cities offering these classes. We branched off the literacy Aotearoa, so we sort of went off from them because we wanted to offer more. And so that's sort of how Taranaki community education has grown. But yeah, I don't know the history of these night classes that used to be, but I'm glad that we're making it a priority in Taranaki, and yeah, I can see it just continuing to grow from here, and it's really exciting.
I think when government takes off some funding, a lot of things become so hard for school, for example. They need to pay people who are teachers, they need to cover other resources. So, well, if it is a third party that are doing a lot of organizational part, which we all know is quite a hard part, then they kind of just allow to use their premises and that's it. And they're still doing the impact, they're still doing a little bit, but all other organizations are kind of stepping in, basically. And I remember the first time I met you, we met at the Escape Cafe, and I came in and the sunlight was like streaming right onto the table where you were sitting, and it was like a halo around you. And you have this reddish hair, you beaming smile, and I was like, wow, that's I can't say no to a person like that. And then you said, Alina, we would like to have you for classes, and they're just like, I wouldn't be able to say no.
Well, I hope I had that effect on everyone.
Definitely.
I'll read you something from the Stratford Press, 23rd of July 2009, headline, Government takes axe to night classes. Night classes, evening classes, adult and community education, call it what you will. Funding for the long-standing practice of being able to learn new skills at any age is being axed. For over 100 years, all over New Zealand, Kiwis have been able to increase their learning in a wide range of subjects through evening classes, such as cooking, painting, woodwork, budgeting, photography, yoga, tai chi, computing, cheese making, jewellery, and even blokes in the kitchen are among the 68 courses that ACE Taranaki used to offer.
Right. Yeah,
So it was a
obviously I've heard
prerequisite
of
for-
ACE, but I didn't realise it was fully government funded.
Oh, yes.
Oh, that's such, I mean, yeah, what a
But
great
then-
range of courses. It's,
developed into something else, like community education. But obviously there is a need for it because otherwise it wouldn't re-emerge, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
What sort of classes do you have?
At the moment we have, so we've got Te Reo Māori for beginners. We have a series of different workshops about, you know, like about the Treaty of Waitangi. We had like one about Matariki, principles on the marae, like karakia. So we do a series of workshops over the year that a lot of people find quite useful in their workplaces. We do beginners sign language, we do cooking, so we have a lot of cultural cooking courses. We have an incredible tutor called Martha, and she teaches our Italian cooking course, also our Argentinian cooking. We have Sangeeta, who does wonderful Indian cooking classes. We have the lovely Elena, who's working with us to provide a series of different ethnic cooking workshops, so ranging from Thai, Vietnamese, Ukrainian dumplings. We have just recently done like a Japanese travel course, which was really successful for people planning a trip to Japan and want to learn more about culture and like customs and language before they go. We've got a Maori cooking course coming up that's called The Life of Kai. So that's going to be a really cool course that we've actually got funding through Toy Foundation to supply that. Yeah, we've got a family ancestry history course coming up. Just so many. I've also got a lot of unanswered emails in my inbox right now of tutors that we're going to be working with too. So
Oh, amazing.
yeah, so our big mission for this term, my mission, is to up our courses in South Taranaki. So yeah, I would like to head to like Hawara and do a bit of like a tutor drive and see what we can get going there too. So
When people attend a class, they think that, oh my gosh, this is so easy. I know how to cook. I know how to explain how to cook. I just announce it to the world and then I'll be rich in like a year. Doesn't really happen because I had my own cooking classes thinking that it's going to be easier, but honestly admin for it is so crazy. Well, first of all, you need to worry about so many little things. Advertising to start with, setting up a location, because I used to do it like a secret location every month, and this was a nightmare. I don't know why I agreed to do it. So when you take this huge chunk, so I only need to turn up basically,
Yeah.
and tell what I do, and this basically goes to the raw things of cooking and explanation, but all the rest is a huge admin thing. Is that what you're doing, and doing it with passion, using all your connections, using all the premises that are available in the community, using your links to different organizations where people might need something like that. So this is so precious, and I just applaud of everything you do. Without a proper coordinator, a proper admin, these things wouldn't exist. Even with as much funding, with as much interest, there will no connection. So,
Yeah. There's a lot of behind the scenes and in betweens that go on. Putting the connections together. That's me.
That's true.
Sangeeta, you mentioned.
Yes.
So I know her from another way now, but when I did a cooking class around 99 maybe at Girlside.
So just yesterday.
Yeah. She was the person who
Oh
who
really?
taught me how to cook.
Oh, wow.
And I've still got the notes that she prepared for us for Indian cooking, and I still use some of what I read from.
That's
all
so
those years
cool.
ago.
Or you should do some cooking classes.
I should.
Yes, and it will be easy for you because you wouldn't need to do admin.
Oh, I thought you meant as a student.
Yeah, you're like, I want to be a student.
But honestly, in my idea, my cooking classes were very expensive. Like it was from 120, like 10 years ago, to 200, and only a certain level of people could pay for it. And it's not necessarily people who needed it. And at the very beginning, I used to give the recipes away. And then I kind of contacted these people and asked, did you cook it? And none of them, no one used this recipe. Just like, I'm gonna just drop it because it's just so useless. They came for entertainment. They came for a nice person with a cultural background to talk.
Which is great as well.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
But I mean, you do it in a completely different way. You find a need in the community and recognize it, which is also very important. And also create something around it, and I think this is the way to go. Yes, so well done.
Thank you.
I think we are so ready for the second song, and it has a very beautiful romantic name, Lilacs. Let's listen together. So cute.
you going okay?
Yes, it does, like the sun's streaming. Really. So
Come here for an ego boost.
Well, I mean, it would be too late if we all die and then people say good things about us at our last meeting.
Yeah.
It's really.
I feel like Kiwis are never good at accepting compliments. Like, oh no.
Also, I really like the design that you introduce. It's uniform, but there is a space. Design of your cooking classes ed is super important because, as you know, sometimes you try something and it didn't work simply because the font is not readable enough or something. But you already figured out the template.
Yeah. That's. I mean, coming into this job, I had no marketing experience or design experience, so that's something I'm learning as I go.
That's right. And I mean, the first class I made for you was free. I think some people came for a free
Yeah, it
class.
was
And
school
that was
holiday one.
like,
Yeah.
I thought it was like, wow, they did this free class.
Yeah.
Was
We'd love to be able to do more of it, but obviously it's fun day.
What surprised me at this class that majority of people came with their children. I did not expect that. I thought that it would be mainly adults. Because kids is kind of not my audience for cooking as such. But they were spot on, and there are several neurodiverse kids in the group, and they did so well. It's unbelievable. One actually wanted to come and help me all the time. I just didn't do it often enough to need the help.
Yeah, that's so sweet though.
Yes. And the second class you had people paid $40, and I mean they got food for more than $40, and I gave all the leftovers to them.
Yeah.
Of the ingredients and things like that. So it's actually quite amazing.
Yeah. I know.
So Warwick, what cooking classes would you want to?
I'm just looking at the page now. I would do the Indian one again.
Yeah,
Oh, I mean,
we'll have that coming up.
Delivering.
Oh,
Come on.
probably barbecue,
Barbecue?
but that would be hard because it takes so long.
Yeah, that
You'd have to have. Oh, it would be really
you'd
hard.
have to, yeah.
You'd have to have videos to show.
Maybe how to marinate, how to prep meat for a barbecue.
Yeah.
If not barbecue, Japanese cooking, maybe.
You need to wear your kimono though.
Yeah.
We need some Japanese cooking classes.
I'll think about it.
Sushi is pretty easy. You can do sushi.
Yeah.
Sushi is pretty easy. You can do sushi.
Yeah.
Welcome back to Taranaki Foodies, the tastiest food show on 100.4 FM. It's us, Olina Williams and Warwick Foy, in the studio with the red walls, and we have amazing, filled with sun and joy, Gabrielle Johnson, Taranaki Community Education. And she was describing with so much passion her journey to become the coordinator and the idea that goes behind the community education classes. But not a lot of people know that also she is the small business owner. She has a little bit of a project on the side that are super cool. Tell us about it.
Yeah, so my little business on the side, it's a natural skincare business. It's called Woodsy Botanics. I have a website, you can go check it out. And I've been doing that for about 8-9 years maybe.
Wow.
Yeah, a long time.
And you survived all this time, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's always been like a little side hustle for me. That's something that I get to do that's creative, and so it's never been like my main source of income. So I've never had that pressure on me to you know, make it
incorporated.
Yeah, and I've never really wanted it to be like that either. It's just something that I do. That's my, you know, my artistic outlet. So yeah.
Where did the name come from, Woodsy Botanics?
That's quite a funny story, which I was trying to search for a name for ages, and obviously a name's a really important thing when you're studying a business, and nothing was coming to me. And then one day I was out for brunch with some friends, and my friend had a hat on that he'd found at the op shop, and it had Woodsy on it. And I was like, Woodsy, that's such a cool name. Like, that would be a really cool name for a cafe. And then I was like,
you didn't
wait a
realize that
minute.
it was from the toy store, right?
Yeah, I was like, Woodsy Botanics.
Okay.
Yeah, that works. So yeah, that's where it came from.
So tell us what is in the range of your products.
So I do a range of face care products, and body care products, and bath products, and yeah, just using pretty much all natural oils, butters, essential oils. Yeah.
What was the inspiration between all the natural ingredients? Like, it's probably quite expensive, right?
Yeah. I mean, when you're buying in bulk and producing, it gets the cost down. But yeah, I was studying herbal medicine paper when I was in Auckland, and it just kind of, I got interested in the herbal medicine side of things, and then started playing around and making little tinctures and giving them out to friends, and then doing a market, and yeah, it just grew from there. So,
what is your typical customer who usually buys from you?
I don't really want to put them into a box, but maybe like I have some wholesale accounts around the country, and it's mostly like boutique homeware stores. So
okay, nice.
I'm gonna say mostly women. I won't say a certain age group because I have no idea, but maybe people who, yeah, I mean the look of my product is very like modern, sleek, sort of in glass. So it's probably something that's quite aesthetically pleasing in people's homes. So
okay, so we're not going to point on the age, but they're millennials.
I would say maybe even a little older. I don't know honestly. Yeah, I should know, but yeah. So
okay, well, what is the most popular product among you?
probably I do a body oil, and people are obsessed with it. They love it.
Yeah.
Can you tell us the secrets to the ingredients of that?
Or it needs to have body oil.
I think because obviously when people are talking about it like in face oil or body oil, they're like, oh, easy. But it's really knowing what oils are gonna go on without being too greasy, too heavy. But yeah, you want, so like the base of my body oil is a hemp seed oil. And that's like incredibly good for dry skin, eczema, stretch marks. Like it's just such a great carrier oil. So
it absorbs real fast, right?
Yeah. But it's also, I've just had so many people reach out to me and say like they've had really bad eczema and it's completely cured it up. So and that's because of hemp seed. It's like such a miracle oil. But yeah, so it's just like doing a lot of research about what each oil, its properties are, and then.
So oils don't last very long, so it oxidizes pretty fast, especially if it's heated or the temperature outside is too hot. So how do you deal with that?
Well, I put vitamin E in all of my products, and vitamin E is a natural stabilizer for oil, so that will give it a shelf life of about 12 months, but it never lasts that long.
Where do you get vitamin E from?
Well,
you want to know all the suppliers to become another Foods botanics.
I get it from my ingredient supplier. I don't know the story of vitamin E.
Is it like a liquid or?
Yeah, it's like a really thick,
yellowish. Right?
Yeah, dark yellowish, really thick. Yeah.
So
and you can get like synthetic versions, or completely natural. Obviously that drives the price.
So this is one of the vitamins that is soluble in oil, and the body doesn't absorb it if it's not together with oil. So probably skin absorbs it, and that's why it works so well.
So it says it's found in nuts and seeds, which are oily. So that's how it works.
That's right. And you know, when you go older, your skin gets dry, especially like limbs and things like that. And I think we all need to remember that this is an amazing opportunity to age gracefully.
Yeah, and I mean, like a lot of that I think comes from the inside and what you're eating and putting in your body. But like with my skincare products, it's like you should also buy something that makes you feel nice. You know, it's like it smells nice and it's just like a nice little treat for yourself. So that's kind of where my line focuses more on. It's about treating yourself, and you know, after a nice long day at work, it's nice to go home, have a bath, put some nice bath salts in there. But yeah, so you're gonna have these little joys in your life.
Okay, so this is the most popular product you said, which is the body oil. What is your favorite product out of all?
Oh, my favorite product. I really like my face lotion. Yeah, I kind of designed it with my own needs in mind, so it's like my perfect face lotion. So it's like super light but really hydrating. So yeah.
I bet all of our listeners are very, very curious. So tell us how to find you.
So you can go to woodsyBotanics.com, so that's WOODSY Botanics. And I'm also on Instagram and Facebook.
So please follow amazing Gabrielle Johnson and her Woodsy Botanics. Send her a message. Tell her that you've heard of her at the Most FM, and buy her products and let us know how it goes for your skin. Thank you so much for sharing this amazing things. And how do you usually sell? Mainly online, I believe, right?
Yeah, I do. I have done a few markets around, especially around the Christmas period, which is good. But yeah, I do have some wholesale accounts in New Zealand as well. But yeah, mostly online through my website is how I sell. I'm also in Down to Earth in New Plymouth, and I'm also in Drifters and Dreamers out at Okado.
Oh, such a beautiful name, Drifters and Dreamers.
Yeah, it's a really, really lovely cafe. So if you're
we
out
should
there,
invite them because we didn't have
yeah,
them.
she's incredible, and they do amazing coffee and amazing food. So if you're out that way, highly recommend stopping in, and you can buy yourself some Woodsy Botanics as well.
Why don't we see the class on mixing herbs of some sort for community education? Isn't it hard to manage yourself? Isn't it, being admin and deliverer? It's pretty hard.
I have thought about maybe offering a class. We'll see. Watch the space.
Such an amazing personality. Gabrielle Johnson, a community-minded person, helping people to organize and learn through the community education. And also, she's kind of a queen of botanicals that are good for your skin. Please follow her in any form. And I think it's amazing time to listen to our third song, Visions. Oh, you are an incredible person.
Your website is really interesting.
Yeah. Professionally made, all sorts of cool.
Yeah.
Looks like professional.
Who's that? Oh, Shopify.
Yeah, Shopify.
Is that a global website?
Yeah.
Oh, because that provides all the shopping backbone.
Yeah, the e-commerce side of it. It's not the cheapest of platforms, but for me it's the easiest, so I could just,
So does it give you a template choice and you just bang that?
Yeah, so that one was the free template that I've used.
But
Yeah.
also, it's not the best part of it. The best part of it is actually how they keep the database, remind people, offer packages, and do a little bit of a marketing if you want. Am I correct?
Yeah, it's just super easy. It's so easy to use. Yeah. I like
Do you
it.
have anyone to help you with it, or you do it by yourself?
I've done most of it by myself, but I am lucky to have a friend who is a web designer. So every now and then I hound her.
Please,
Who's your friend?
She lives up in Mongawai, so yeah. But I just give her a little call. I can't get this icon to change.
Well, everyone needs a friend like that. Right? Awesome. So this is the third song. So after we finish the song, will you wrap up, because we've been speaking for 30 minutes already. Doesn't feel like it. It feels like we just came to the studio.
Yeah.
So if you have anything to announce, it is a good time. Probably tell us about how to find community education online.
Yeah.
Things
Cool.
like that. And if there are any events coming. And hey, we have this events gig. I don't know whether we're allowed to put community education classes at the events gig.
I think we had a discussion about that, and the decision was it's music only.
Music only.
I think, yeah.
Maybe we should bring a musician to community education.
Then we can do it.
Will open completely different and new possibilities for people.
How long does your show go on for?
30 minutes, but we're slightly over it, but it's okay.
Nice, short and sweet.
Yes,
Love it.
and no one is going to chase us. Because work is important. So. Yes, I was talking about you. I said no one is chasing us out of the studio because you're important.
No.
Oh, in my eyes, you are.
Too kind.
for bringing such a cool music.
Great
It's
music.
really, really
Thanks.
amazing.
I
Yes.
felt very like, I was like, oh, good stuff.
Yes, you have to pick good stuff.
I'm one of those people that's like, you know, I'm like, but people judge you on your music taste.
They do. It's amazing how much people
Like, I'm
judge
like,
your music.
someone
and
sees something, I'm
taste.
like, oh.
Some people don't date someone whose music taste is just like,
Yeah,
for the event.
that would be
Yes, it might be too late
I
afterwards.
can let a few slide, but
Yeah.
if the majority's bad, I'm like,
Welcome back to Taranaki Foodies, the tastiest food show on 100.4 FM. It's us, Alina Williams, in the studio of our amazing community radio station, talking to an amazing community hero, Gabrielle Johnson from Taranaki Community Education. And this is the end of the show, and Gabrielle is going to announce something that is happening within the community education.
yeah, so we're just about to drop our courses for term 2, so keep a lookout on our website. It is taranakicommunityeducation.org. We will have some really good cooking courses coming up. We'll have an Indian cooking, the life of Kai, we've got Argentinian cooking, Vietnamese. So yeah, just jump onto our website. You can sign up for our newsletter and we'll send out reminders of all our courses that are coming up. But yeah, love to see you at a course sometime soon.
And I would love to see you at the course too, because I'm one of the tutors that deliver the education. Thank you very much for listening to the Most FM and to Taranaki Foodies, proudly sponsored by Salt Restaurant of Millennium Hotels. And I'll see you and hear you next week. Bye bye, my gourmetarians.
Media time 4:35, and stick around for moments of happiness with me and Michael Donaldson around 10 to 5.